Alright guys, another vlog style video. I know it's been a while, but this video is about vlog, and if you're having trouble with it, if you're looking for LUTs, all that kind of stuff, this is the place for you. I think I might have found the best LUT, which has made me completely turn around 100% on vlog, and I'm going to start using it all the time and finding way more excuses to use it. So let's check it out. Oh, and man, I forget about, you gotta go auto ISO for this type of stuff. So yes, we all know vlog is a pretty annoying upgrade. It's, you know, it's like $100. It doesn't come with your camera if you got the GH5 anyway. It's not the full vlog, and you know, it's not even easy or convenient to get. You have to have it like mailed to you, like old school snail mail, not an email, in the post, get the thing, open it up, and you're good to go. And that's really weird. A bigger problem though seems to be that even once people get vlog, a lot of people don't really know how to use it or what to use. I mean, there's a LUT that helps you see what you're actually looking at in the camera for, you know, shooting, so it's not completely flat when you're shooting. But once you go into editing, it's not exactly super easy to find the best LUTs for the system, and some of the ones that people really like the most aren't free. They're like the GHALEX LUTs that make you, you know, it makes you pay money. There's actually two different ones, so if you want a daylight and a tungsten one, they're separate purchases, I believe. And then you've got stuff like Filmconvert I like to use a lot. I use them in almost every one of my YouTube videos, whether I use log or not, and it's actually been converted to a completely log workflow. So it's going to work really nice with your GH5 vlog footage, or, you know, any footage from almost any camera. It's going to do a great job on, and has specific profiles and picture profiles and film stocks to get exactly the look you want, and a pretty great film grain simulation too for 35, 16, and even 8mm for a super grainy look. But today we aren't talking about any of those. We're talking about a free alternative that for most things is going to be even better than all these paid options. So yeah, you could get the standard GH5 LUT, which is basically what you use to monitor the camera, but then you can now apply it in post. But for me, that LUT isn't the best in my opinion, and all the other options we just talked about are expensive. So the video I first heard about this on, linked up somewhere, is about these 35 free LUTs that are made for the VariCam or the EVA1, Panasonic's big cinema cameras. The problem being is that those cameras are really expensive, and they use full vlog, not this vlog L or vlog Lite that comes with the GH5, GH5 S. But what this guy talks about in the video I just linked was that the vlog in the GH5 is not actually that different from full vlog. In fact, the only real difference that I can tell is that it seems to lose a little bit of dynamic range, but the gamma curve and everything like that is exactly the same. So there's 35 of these free LUTs, but I think one of them is clearly the best. First off, the vintage LUT and the fashion LUT are pretty good. I like them pretty well for most things. But the real standout is the NICEST LUT, and it has that name for a reason. It just makes everything look super nice. Your skin tones look nice and healthy, healthier than they even look in real life. The colors are saturated but not too saturated. And of course, this can be just a conversion LUT. It could be your final look because it's really soft, has really nice contrast and roll off and everything. But it also could just be your starting point where you put on a second LUT after that, or even apply Filmconvert after that. So it basically converts it into a really, really nice looking Rec 709 format. Like I said, it just looks so good. I cannot understand how everybody isn't talking about this and using it. This LUT by itself is 100% worth the vlog upgrade in my opinion. I just shot an entire short film And for me, the nicest LUT for a lot of it is going to be preferable even over my go-to Filmconvert, at least for some of the scenes. So I'm really excited to see what a professional movie set, professional short film set is going to look like when edited and graded with this super awesome LUT. Hello, Billy. Is that a Billy? Billy. Oh my goodness. So like I said, this is the nicest, no pun intended, Rec 709 conversion LUT for the vlog footage I've found to date, and it is completely free. I mean, it isn't made specifically for the GH5, and Panasonic doesn't really market it as such, but I mean, you be the judge for yourself. I shot this entire thing except when it was listed as something else on Vlog, and I think it looks pretty amazing. It looks, the nicest LUT just really takes advantage of that Vlog in a way that I haven't really seen Filmconvert do, because Filmconvert, you know, to get back to Filmconvert a little bit, Filmconvert is definitely a little bit more of a, like a LUT, you know, it's like an actual look and a style, has a lot of contrast, and if you want to dial that back a little bit, it's kind of hard. You got to reduce the contrast a little bit, mess with some sliders to really get a good look that's not like ultra contrasty. It does have a couple benefits. What it does with the highlights is really close to what I perceive the GHALEX LUT does, which is it sort of blooms the highlights in post, kind of increases your light levels in the highlights a little bit to really smooth over that highlight roll off, which I think looks really nice. The nicest LUT doesn't really do that as much, but it still looks fantastic when it comes to the actual colors and tones, and that noise also almost completely disappears. I know Vlog is notoriously noisy, but from my experience, the GHALEX LUT completely hides that noise, except in the really darkest dark shadows. So you still got to expose right, you still got to get a good shot in camera. But when it comes to actually editing that footage, putting that LUT on it, it looks super amazing. Anyway, like I posted earlier, it's in the comments too, but the guy who originally pointed me in the direction of these LUTs and the thing I've searched first, he talks about the other 34 LUTs, and well, not all of them, but he talks about some of the other ones like the fashion and some of the cool ones and how to use them. And you know, like I said, I'm making this video mostly because he just really didn't sell the nicest LUT enough to me. Like, it is so professional and good looking for most things, and with some tweaks and maybe an extra LUT applied, you could really find yourself loving the Vlog footage you get instead of kind of being let down by it. So I really can't recommend it enough. I really think you guys should check it out. And again, it is completely free, so link in the description, link to his video in the description as well. Highly recommend you watch that video for a little bit of a walkthrough of the other LUTs. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, leave a comment, tell me what is your preferred Vlog workflow. I did a poll and a lot of people just do like an S curve and do it manually every single time, which I think would be insane. Like, how, I mean, it's not insane, it works, but it's just, it takes up so much time, and I feel like I never really get the results I want when I do stuff like that. So yes, I'm very interested to see what you guys are doing for your log workflows, or if you're even using log. You know, my biggest regret now is like, man, I wish I could use this all the time for even projects I've done in the past, which probably would have looked better for having to use this LUT. I think this could look really great on weddings. It's got a really good, nice wedding vibe to me. But anyway, guys, let me know what you guys' workflow is. Let me know what you guys think of the LUT. And if you really like this video and want to see more, please check out my channel, watch a couple more videos, and I will see you in the next video.